Good evening, StreamYard and YouTube fans. This is Philip Reynolds. I'm sorry for that. I had to apologize. I needed to help out somebody for a second. So I wanted to show you my Game 5 setup, and in order to do so, I will have to show you my soccer field here. All right, as you can see, it's not Chelsea and Man United this time. We have 1977 New York, and we have 1977 Los Angeles. Now, I have to be honest, I don't know if these are MLS teams or not, because I don't remember MLS being back in '77. But this is basically American Soccer League of some sort. And But I wanted to go over with you the players in that. And rather than me going back down to the field, I'll at the one position we have Stephen David. Look at his shot. He's got 5 stars for shot, 2 for assist. His number 2 is George Best, and he's got 3 shots and 4 for assists. At 2, we have Des Bakos. He's 2 and 2. And Bobby McAllen, 1 for shot, 2 for assists. Your midfielders are Charlie Cook, 1 shot, 4 assists, and let's see here. I don't even know how to pronounce that. And Vlakovic, he has two on shot and 2 scissors for assists. And in your defense position, you've got Ron Davies, and I will have to go over some of this, and Beal Phillips, 2 on the shot, 2 for assists. And you got Terry Mancini, 2 shot and 2 scissors. And Bobby Sebald, and he's got 2 scissors for shot and 2 for assist. And Los Angeles's goalie is Miss Shallow. On target is 3. His reaction is 4. And his spec save is 1. Okay. And for the New York team, we've got Giorgio Chinaglia. He's got 4 on a shot, 2 on assist. You got Pele, 3 on shot, 1 on assist. In the 2 slot, you've got Tony Field, 2 on a shot, 3 on assist. And Steve Hunt, 2 on shot, 3 on assist. Your midfielders are Frank Beckenbauer, 2 shot, 2 assists. Vito Dimitrijevic, 2 on shot, 2 on assist. Your defenders are Werner Roth, 1 shot, 1 assist. Carlos Alberto, 2 scissors for shot and 3 assists. Just a second. I'll be back, guys. Let's see here. I think, okay, we did the 4 slot. In the final defender slot, we've got Bob Smith. He's got 1 shot, 2 scissors for an assist. And his backup is Elysium Morals. He's got 2 scissors on shot and 1 on assist. And I just okay. And then New York's goalie is Shep Messing. He's got 4 on target, 2 reaction, and 2 on spec save. And I wanted to go over kind of what I understand of attacks, and I'm talking normal attacks, not spec saves or headers or anything. What I understand is I'm going to assume like your number 1 guy is your guy getting ready to shoot the goal. And we'll say the number 3 guy is the assist guy. Now, for New York, Chaniglia would have 4 for his shot. And Beckenbauer would have 2 for assists. So, in order for them to have a shot on goal, that's 6. So basically, it has to be your 6 or less. It's equal to the dice, and with that being 6, they would have to get a 6 in order to have a chance at on target. And then you would look at Los Angeles's on target, which is a 3, which means in order for it to be considered on target, you'd have to have 4, 5, or 6 in order for it to be an on target shot. Then you'd re-roll, and if you got like this. Three is what you'd be looking as far as the goal shot. And I don't have my stuff here, but it would most likely be a goal. That's kind of what I understand from that from the attack stuff. Um, and I have noticed a lot of your goals come from like spectacular saves or headers for the most part. At least they did in the last game. There's not a lot of where you add up the stars and it has to be like 4 or greater to get, I mean, the idea of 4 or less in order to get a shot, and then say 3 or better to get a chance to be on target type thing. Uh, it's been mostly a lot of spectacular saves and headers from the last game, but that's kind of what I understand from as far as attacks go. Um, to get them with the stars is what I see anyway. It's not easy. Trying to get a goal by adding your stars up with the shooter and the assist player is going to be a lot harder than it is through a spectacular save or through uh, like the header type thing. And I also know that you're allowed to have 2 rebounds. So if the if it goes 0-1 wide and then like 0-4 uh, to 0-4, well, if 0-4 in this case he couldn't because he has 2 squares, but if he has a circle like Beckenbauer does, uh, so if it went 0-1 wide to 0-3, he would get a rebound shot. And from what I understand, um, you can have 2 rebound shots, and then it has to go to the other team, or not necessarily the other team, but you can't have like 3 consecutive shots on goal, so to speak. Um, I mean, in this particular scenario, uh, the third time, uh, it would be like instead of being a rebound, it would be like an indirect kick, and uh, New York would have to build up again to get a shot on goal, from what I understand. Um, but New York and LA, and both are 1977. And I'm going to do one with New York as the home team. I'm going to do one with LA as the home team. We're going to. I also got I got score sheets now, so I can use a score sheet. And on the score sheet, it actually says when you get to this point in the game, if you haven't, and I'll show it to you before I play. If you haven't made any substitutions, you must substitute at this point in the game, but which is a plus. So, but uh, you're allowed up to 3, but you have to have at least a minimum of 1, whether it's through injury or through getting to the point where you're in the second half and you're at the point where you have to make a substitution in that. Um, but this is my game setup for Game 5, and in this particular one, New York will be the home team, and LA will be the visiting team. And I'm just kind of sharing you with some of the stuff I know, and a lot of that attack stuff. I kind of, like I said, I've been watching some stuff on Hockey Blast, and they do a better job of explaining the adding up of the stars and that, and the idea of looking at the black dice and looking at the white dice to see whether you get the goal or not. So through that, I was able to understand a little bit better what attacks are. Now, just trying it on my own and trying to figure it out, we'll see how that goes. That's all I have for you tonight. You guys take care. Have a good evening, and hopefully soon we'll actually have Game 5 for you. Have a good night, guys.